bro.
Why is it so far fetched to think that the Knicks can't beat the Sixers?
They absolutely can, bro. They absolutely can.
Look at
I'm
the
finna
rosters
go.
and look at what you just said. We got questions about Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey, two of the players that you're gonna have, be on their game for y'all to win any type of series because it's not gonna be able to be on just Joel and James Harden. Because I feel like Joel is gonna do what Joel gonna do. James Harden, he's already shown me too lately that I can't rely on him as my second option anymore. If he
I
gives it
don't
to
think
me, he
it's
gives
James
it to me.
Harden. I don't think it's James
Huh?
Harden because in this game against the 76ers, James Harden had 20, 12, and 8. He shot 7 for 16 from the field, and he
I'm
only
talking
had
about
3
playoff
turnovers.
performance, bro.
Okay, okay. So are we at that point with James Harden to where it's like we're not going off
Now,
anything he does regular season?
I'm not at that point, but this is so I will say this because we didn't really get to see. I will give him the benefit of the doubt on this end though,
Mm,
because the first year he was in Brooklyn and got to the playoffs, I will say we didn't really get to fully see him as the second option of what he can do because he got hurt, right?
yeah.
Last year, new team, new situation, 20 games to get used to each other. Okay, I give you that. So
Mm-hmm.
if I'll give you that, but he got to show me something this year, bro. And I'm
Uh,
giving him all the benefit of the doubt, considering we saw what he. I mean, because look, everybody's not meant to make it as a number one option. They're
yeah.
just not. You know what I'm saying? And he got close. He got damn close. He got close. He just couldn't get over the hump. So, hey, maybe he will be better off as second option to Joel Embiid. You got to defer to him first because he's clearly the best player on the team. Maybe he will be better as a number two.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this question because we're talking about the Knicks and 76ers because they the 4 and 5. I still think they the 4 and 5. I think, but can't which duo are you taking? Joel Embiid and James Harden, or Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle? Just off this year, and be
Just off of
honest,
this
because
year.
just off this year.
You know what, bro? I still think, and it's not because I'm trying to push this narrative. I, Give me Brunson and Randall, bro.
That's not crazy. Yeah,
Give me
hey, this
Brunson and
it.
Randall.
I am going to clip this, and it might look crazy, but you're hearing it from me. It's not crazy, bro. Both them
Bro, give
dudes,
me
both of
Brunson and
them been
Randall,
average.
bro.
You know what they've been averaging both of them the last 2 games?
I'm pretty sure you're going to let the audience know.
27 apiece.
And who did they just play?
The Knicks just played. I'm finna go to their last couple games, but the Knicks they played Brooklyn. Oh, they beat the hell out of Brooklyn. They 142-118 against Brooklyn. They played Boston. They played New Orleans. They on a 7 game winning streak. Matter of fact, and they played some good teams. I mean, I ain't gonna stunt. Julius Randle had 46 against Washington, and Cal Kuzma wasn't playing that bad, but Julius Randle made him look like a, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, hey, when it comes to duos, this is a top 5 duo in the NBA. Name me 4 better duos than Brunson and Randle based off just this year.
Because the only reason why I feel like, me personally, I'll put them. Look, people can say what they want to about Jalen Brunson, his size, but Jalen Brunson tries and actually plays hard on defense. And that's all I need. So I mean, I'm not saying as far as talent wise, but as far as just players on two ends of the court back and forth, they just as good as Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown or Kawhi and PG as far as duos that play on the offensive and the defensive side of the ball. They're gonna give you effort
But
on both ends.
hey, that's not crazy, bro. Because when you first brought up the Knicks, my our whole lives the Knicks really ain't been on nothing. What's the best Knicks team we done seen in our lifetime? Was it? It's probably this team. It's probably this team, to be honest. 'Cause I think this team better than the Amari Stoudemire Carmelo team too. This the
Yeah, I was
best
about to
Knicks
say
team we possibly
I
done
was about to
seen.
say I had to go back and look at that full roster for I was about to say that's probably the next closest one.
Cause the Carmelo and the who else Carmelo's paired with? Kristaps Porzingis for that little time. Nah, this the best Knicks team we probably done seen, bro. Because we didn't see the Patrick Ewing Knicks. We know about them, but we didn't see them. So
Right.
shit, when it comes to Knicks teams, when it comes to Knicks duos, this is the best Knicks team we have probably seen in our lifetime.
And
So
it
it's
took a
like
minute, and it took a minute, but
it took
hey
a long
man,
time.
look, if they keep going in the direction that they're going, they're only going to get better.
Okay, I got this question to you about the Knicks because do you how much credit are you giving Thibodeau, and what do you feel? How do you feel about Thibodeau and his coaching important when it comes to the Knicks? How important
I
is
I feel like it has a lot to do with him because at the end of the day, I feel like I feel like he's one of them hard nosed coaches. I feel like he finally got a Julius Randle ass enough to where he understood, like, look, man, a lot of people may not see you as a number one option or a leader of a team, but this is your team. You are the leader of the New York Knickerbockers. You are in
it?
Madison Square Garden. Embrace that shit. And when they brought Jalen
Mm-hmm.
Brunson on, that was just the push he needed. He just needed a solid facilitator, and he can handle the rest. Somebody else that can get their own shot. And this is the part that nigga Tom because and this is another part right here. This is why I feel like the Knicks are only gonna get better. People, Evan Fournier is a sniper.
Mm-hmm.
He is not playing. Evan Fournier is about to bring them capital in the offseason, and they are only going to get better.
Hmm.
They are only going to get better. They
What would
have
you what would you
pieces.
add to them? What would you add to the Knicks? Like, how would you maximize them to make them even better? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, Chris. They're 30th in assists. How many teams are in the NBA? I think there's only 30 teams, right? They're
It's only
30th in
30.
assists.
It's only 30.
They're top half of in everything else, but in assists they're 30th, and I feel like
Because
that's crazy.
they don't have that. Like I said, Jalen Brunson can go get you a bucket. I never said he was going to facilitate. That's
He
that's that's
averaging he
that's
averaging six assists a game, but
He's the only one though.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but I do feel like that was like, cause I don't know where they ranked in assists last year, but I still do feel like even with the decline in assists, he has another player that can actually go get his own shot. I mean, because look, the RJ Barrett experiment has failed. It's clear. You're not going to win with Julius Randle as your one and RJ Barrett as your second option. Shit, you might not win with RJ Barrett as your third option. I mean, look, if we just go keep it 1,000, man, I'm sorry that experiment has failed. It's not going to work, so they might as well just hang that up.
He kind of already lost his spot to Josh Hart, right? Unofficially, Josh Hart has been closing games. RJ has been on the bench. I think they're undefeated with Josh Hart. Josh Hart is
RJ
just a better
Barrett,
player.
RJ Barrett experiment is over. It has failed. It was a nice little try. It's not working.
I don't even think it was a nice try. I ain't gonna lie. Think about who's in his draft class too. You got Ja Morant and you got Zion Williamson. That's a weird draft class. I ain't gonna lie. Just now thinking about it, that's a weird draft class, bro. But you win Zion, Ja, being RJ. He was the third pick, Chris.
Yo,
Yeah, I hear you. You
my
heard
bad. Yeah, no, I don't know what you said. For some reason, my damn phone rang and it was on Do Not Disturb.
But now I was saying RJ Barrett was part of that Ja Morant, Zion Williamson draft class. And he was
Yeah, I
picked
know.
third after both of them do. So I'm just saying that's a weird draft class and RJ is clearly just I
He
don't
was
know.
clearly not the better player.
And it just oh man.
It
Just RJ
shows.
just kinda sucks. I just think RJ kinda sucks, bro. Like people talk about his defense. I don't know too much about his defense. Oh, look at this. It's a Mitchell Garland, Tatum Brown, Drew, Giannis, Jokic, Murray, Harden, B all better duos.
Sam again.
I put it on the screen. It says it only can be one. It says Mitchell Garland, Tatum Brown, Drew, Giannis, Jokic, Murray, Harden, B all better duos. Uh, Mitchell and Garland. I think yeah. If you want to go Mitchell and Garland, that's cool. Tatum and Brown, of course.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know
not.
about the Mitchell. I'm not going Mitchell and Garland just yet.
I'll take Donovan Mitchell over Julius Randle and Brunson, and I'll take Garland pretty much over both of them too. So I ain't mad at that one. But Tatum and Brown for sure. I'm not
I
taking
mean, as
Drew
a
over.
duo. I'm talking about as a duo though.
Uh, they're higher seed.
Bro, Donovan Mitchell
Yeah,
wasn't even in the game. Donovan Mitchell wasn't even in the game last night.
I'm taking.
They brought him back in when they thought they had a chance to come back and win. Like, nah, nigga, fuck that.
I ain't
I
gonna
should
lie.
rather
It can
take you.
only be one. I ain't taking. I ain't. I'm with you on Mitchell and Garland, but I'm not with
Wait,
you
hold
on
on, hold on,
Jokic
hold on,
and
hold on, hold on,
Murray
hold
or
on.
Harden and
I
Embiid.
know we
Huh.
talking about did Jalen Brown play last night when the Cavaliers just played the Celtics?
Uh, Let me see. I don't, because I was supposed to watch the game. I think he did though. I think he did. I think he did. Let me check for sure. Yeah, he played. He only had 16 points. He was 6 for 15. Tatum carried. He had 41, 11, and 8. I
Okay, I
had
was
my
about
Kim
to
folk
say.
them over. I had the game in the background, and Tatum was sounding like he was going off. So it was,
No,
Brown.
I
I
know
think
Tatum went
he
crazy,
stayed
but
for
I ain't
that.
know if Brown had played.
He played. He didn't play the game against the Knicks.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked.
So, but hey, I'm not with you on Drew and Giannis or Jokic and Murray because as Giannis is carrying that duo, Jokic is carrying that duo, and I take Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson over James Harden. So I'm not feeling that one either. Embiid carrying that duo, in my opinion, too, versus this duo. So the only one I'm with him on is Mitchell Garland, Tatum, and Brown, and then of course KD and Book, and then I'm not even sure I'll take Luca and Kyrie over this duo.
Hey, if you want scoring, well,
Man,
man, okay, man,
yeah,
I know that ain't even on schedule today. I'm gonna say that for another day. Goddamn Luke and
but
Kyrie. Well, actually, we are talking about them, ain't we?
uh,
Oh
you said
no,
what?
we not. The Mavericks and the Clippers. No, I don't think you said we was talking about them.
We talk about the Clippers, but I mean, you want if you want to talk the Mavericks real quick, we can because
We could put the Mavericks and the Clippers in the same box. But no, I ain't trying to fuck up the structure though. So we can keep in the order. What's what I'm saying?
we got comments. Let's see what this dude talking about. It's or can be one.
Giannis been
One
hurt the last 3 games. Jrue been averaging 27, and they haven't lost.
that is a good point, but man, bro,
I get it.
Jalen
Don't get
Brunson.
me wrong. I
Jalen
do.
Brunson been averaging 27 points the last few games. And Jalen Brunson is more efficient than Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday is a better defender, but when it comes to shot creation, shooting, I'm going Jalen Brunson. And I mean, if I needed a two-way, I'll go Jrue Holiday. But I feel like Jalen Brunson has been just as good, if not better, than Jrue Holiday. And I feel like he should have had that All-Star spot too. So that's cool to say, Jrue Holiday. But we come on, bro. Jalen Brunson is just right
Jrue
there, or he's a
Holiday
little
was a
better.
replacement in the goddamn skills competition. I'm not going.
It can
They
only be
tried to make
one.
they tried to make him an Antetokounmpo brother.
Cause man, I don't know about that.
But no, I
I'm feeling.
mean, if it but to give a serious like response to that, I hear what he's saying as far as like pretty much him carrying the load. But I mean, the people that really know Jrue knew that Jrue had that in him. Jrue really took a back seat because Jrue was the third option on the team. Jrue was really there to facilitate and play defense. Jrue was never there to actually be like a top tier scorer, but
Yep.
but he clearly shows that when it's time, he could do that because shit, Chris Middleton ain't even 100% right now. So I
I
mean,
I
I'm
feel like Jrue Holiday is what he is. He's a superstar role player, but at the end of the day, he's still a role player. He has the
he's
longest
a role
gap
player, but
between
like
his All Star selections.
people that really know Drew, like these games that he's having, like with his act, like people that really know him knew that he could do that. Like they knew that he had that type of offense in his bag. But Drew has never been asked to do that when you have Giannis and Chris Middleton on the floor. Because if that's the case, nigga, we might as well go ahead and put who was that? I'm always gassing up. We might as well put Kyle Kuzma on that pedestal. What I said when he was in LA, when he had Braun and AD in front of him and they both got hurt, he went nuclear.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no, man, we know what he can do, but I'm still not gonna say that he's a
I ain't
better
going for it.
duo.
I put the link in the chat if he want to come up here, but we finna move on because I feel, bro, in certain instances, but I ain't really going too much for it. So what else you want to talk about, Chris, or you want to move on to the Clippers?
Uh,
Because right now we still got some time to talk about any of the teams, like just anything that pops out to your mind. Because our show wasn't that long anyway. I was trying to wait for Ray for the Jimmy Butler topic, but we'll see. But
right,
you
right,
can talk
right.
about anything that comes to your mind. We talk about basketball philosophy, the playoff picture. We really have our worked in room for us to just talk if we wanted to. So
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Let me check my repertoire, see if there was something I had saved to make sure. Oh, that it was supposed to be just just a little fun little 2-on-2. So if you had to pick between this 2-on-2, just like a game at the park, would you take Jordan and Bird, or would you take Kobe and KD?
Kobe and KD. I'm gonna add this dude to stream. We gonna see what he talking about, Chris.
We finna go back to that last topic. Let him talk his shit.
Yeah, I just want to see. Hey, turn your mic down, bro, so we can hear you. You echo.
What up?
What's
What's
up with
going
it,
on, my
bro?
guy?
Is it still echoing?
Nah, you good?
Yep.
All
Oh,
right.
just a little bit. It ain't as bad as it was.
All right.
If you listening in some other way, just you probably won't be able to listen.
Nah, I'm not.
All right, but we good. You go ahead. What you want? What you got on your mind, bro?
Is basketball play only on offense?
It's
Absolutely
not
not.
So how can you equate Jalen Brunson being better than Drew if you equate defense with it?
because my
You know
thing
Drew Holiday is the
is,
best point guard at defensively in the NBA, right?
yeah, that's fine. Is he one of the?
And
Where do you rank him
Brunson
as
is
a
a
scorer
defensive
though?
liability.
He's not a liability. I'm not gonna say liability. He
Bro,
can be
come
taken
on, bro.
advantage of
Let's
because
be
his
honest,
stature.
bro. Brunson cannot guard anybody at his position, bro.
I mean, he doesn't get killed. When do you see Brunson get 45 dropped on him? Does he get just 45 dropped on him consistently
Well,
or
no
30?
one player
Like
just get 45 dropped on them. Everybody gets a little bit there,
so
here and there dropped on their
so
head. Not
so
one
so
player
what's the
just get
difference between
45 points dropped on him.
No,
so is J
sir, because PJ Tucker definitely got a 50 piece dropped on him by KD.
PJ Tucker
but
didn't guard KD the whole game, bro.
He guarded him the whole game.
No, he didn't. No, nobody guards a player the whole game, bro.
Bro, go watch
Nobody
that
does,
playoff
bro.
series.
hey
Go
Chris, let me
watch that
address
Explain
this
the
playoff
real quick.
series.
percentages.
Let me address this real quick because you were talking about Jrue Holiday is better than Brunson because you value his defense, right?
Because he's the best guard at defense in the NBA.
Okay, but now where do you rank him as a scorer?
He doesn't, as a scorer,
Who's better at scoring the basketball, him or Jalen Brunson? Because they both been averaging 27 points in this last stretch. So who's a better scorer? And
well, Drew Holiday could score in more ways than me.
No, Jalen Brunson
Because
is
again, Drew
probably
Holiday can
is a
post
top
up. He
five
can take it to the
crafty
rack.
scoring guard in the league. You know he's at 40, 50, 90, shooting
Drew
27
Holiday doesn't take
point,
that many. He
having
doesn't have.
27 points a
Drew
game.
Holiday is
He's
playing
40,
with
50, 90.
Giannis, bro.
You don't think Jalen Brunson can play with Giannis?
That's not what I said. Drew Holiday is playing with Giannis, so of course, and Middleton. So of course he's
So
not going to take the
Jalen
attempts
Brun-
like that. It's
Okay,
just
okay.
like
So
Jalen
let's
when
Brunson
so
was
so
the
he
let's go.
second
he
Hold
has
on,
a
option
hold on,
on
hold
a
on.
second.
So
He's the
Western
let's
second
Conference
so let's
option,
Finals
fit
so he's
team.
going to take a lot of shots, bro.
wait. No, so
Jalen
let's
He
Brunson
gonna
was a
say
take
the
more
Western
boom right
shots
now.
Conference
than Drew
Finals
Holiday.
second option.
Holiday just put up 40 in the game the other day, bro. The man can
That's
get buckets. He
fine.
just doesn't do that.
I
His
think they're
his
on the
main
same
focus is to
tier.
guard Steph Curry. Don't
They're
you
on
know
the
that Drew
same
Bro,
Holiday plays
tier.
the best defense
They're
on
on the
Steph
same
Curry in the whole
tier.
NBA?
It's pick your
but
Bro,
poison.
bro,
They're
so
but
on the
bro,
people
same
do
this
that,
tier.
this
bro.
is
That
this
means a
is the
lot,
thing.
bro.
They're on the
But
same
just what you
tier.
said. Let me jump in real quick. So just what you said real quick, right, bro? So I don't know if you heard before we had before you jumped in, but we have pretty much already acknowledged that people that really know Drew Holiday know that he has that in his bag if he really wants to go and score 40 or
And that's
average
why I just said
27
Drew
points a
Holiday
game.
can score in more ways. He
Right,
can
he
post up. He
can.
can take it to the
No,
rack.
I'm not gonna say he can score more ways, but they can both score, right? But Drew Holiday is not in a situation where you're gonna see that every night. So we can't judge them
That's
based
why I
off of
said.
what but we can't judge them based off of what he can do. We got to go off of what his team is asking him to do and what he produces in that role.
Right. And Drew Holiday is
What
a top point guard defender in the NBA. That can't
what
be
does
discounted.
what does Brunson do scoring wise that Drew Holiday can't do?
Score efficiently more often.
I feel like he's a
Who's
Drew
more
more
Holiday is
efficient?
efficient
shooting.
scorer. If you
Drew
want to
Holiday
give
is
Drew
shooting
the
47%.
defense,
I
I'm
mean,
not
just
gonna
because you
argue
shooting.
that.
I
But
mean,
Jalen Brunson is a more efficient scorer.
No,
If you
Jalen
needed a
Brunson just
scorer, who
takes
you
more
taking?
shots,
If
bro.
you
He just
needed
has
a
to do that
scorer,
more.
who are you taking? If you needed a scorer, who are you taking out of those two?
I'm not taking Jalen Brunson
You is
because
lying. If you taking Drew Holiday as a
he
scorer
can
over
put
Jalen
he can put
Brunson,
a taller
you ain't been
defender
watching
on
basketball
Brunson.
the
That's
last
not
couple years.
no. Bro, what did Jalen Brunson do against the Golden State in the Western Conference Finals? What happened to him, bro?
Bro,
What
oh,
happened?
if you want to nitpick, anybody can nitpick series. He was the
I didn't
second
nitpick
option on the
nothing.
Western.
5 games or 4 games is not nitpicking, bro. Nitpicking would be me picking
What did
one
Drew
play.
Holiday do against the Golden State Warriors when he was with New Orleans?
With New Orleans,
Didn't
what
they
are you
get bounced
talking
in the
about?
first round? Drew Holiday was an all-star with New Orleans. He was the second option to Anthony Davis,
no, he
and
wasn't
they got
DJ. He was only an All Star with Philly before this year.
well, he was an all-star still at that point. He was an all-star still.
He
Like
wasn't a number one option.
he was the second option. He's not number one option now.
That's the point I'm trying to make, fool. With him not
But
even
I'm
being a number one
saying
option,
I'm
and he's still
telling
giving
you,
you damn near
I
the
would
same
take Jalen
production
Brunson.
offensively of
You're
Jalen
taking
Brunson.
Jalen Brunson off for one
I ain't
year.
taking Jalen Brunson. He just came off a year where he was the second option on a
What
Western
was he?
Conference
What
Finals.
was his numbers looking like last year since he was so fantastic to you?
All right, because this is crazy.
Because he was not, bro. He was not playing like this last season. This is
Yes,
a
he
totally
was. You
different.
wasn't watching the Mavericks. He wasn't watching the Mavericks.
So why has he had a big leap in his scoring this year? Then, if he was playing like this exact the same as he's playing right now, why is the gap so wide between his scoring last year and his scoring this year?
He averaged 21.6 points per game in the playoffs
No,
last
he
year.
did.
18 games.
No, I'm talking about the season. You going straight to the playoffs? I'm talking about the whole season.
He just brought up the series against Golden State.
He just brought up the series against Golden State, but I got it. I got it. Because if y'all want to bring up what he did with the Mavericks, he averaged 16 points.
And what is he averaging now? 24,
He's
right?
averaging, yeah.
That's a whole.
But he averaged 22 in the playoffs last year. He went from the playoffs averaging 22. Now he's averaging 24 because his role has increased. Y'all act like y'all don't know basketball. Quit doing this. Jalen Brunson is a better scorer than Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday is a better defender. It's a pick your poison. I would take Jalen Brunson. He scores efficiently from all three levels. He makes good decisions. He's poised. He tries on defense. He's not terrible. I don't like how Jrue Holiday scores. He's been going off this year, but man, Jrue Holiday stunk it up last year against the Celtics. We're not gonna forget that. When Chris Middleton was down, Jrue Holiday was stinking it up.
You talking like Jalen Brunson was just killing all playoffs. So we're gonna have like Luka and Tatum in that Phoenix series.
Save him.
Luca is the number one option. He did number one option shit. You're not gonna act like Jalen Brunson didn't carry
If
the load.
what I'm saying is, you're making it seem like Jalen Brunson has just been a efficient scorer because we can go to the numbers again.
You know what? How about we kill this noise? Name the playoff series that Jrue Holiday has carried. Because the last time I checked, Jalen Brunson just carried one last year. He just carried one last year.
He carried against Utah. He carried against
Utah in the first round because Luka was hurt.
He missed 2 games.
He carried those 2 games. So did Luka come in? We were 2-0 against Utah Jazz.
Okay, let's see.
So he carried half a series.
When has Jrue Holiday did that?
When has Jrue Holiday been asked to do it? When has Jrue Holiday been ever in that type of role that Jalen Brunson?
So that's Jrue Holiday's fault. He ain't never been in that situation.
No, but y'all trying
to act like Jrue Holiday is way better than Jalen Brunson, bro. That's not true. They on the same team.
Not in the same class. If I have to play offense, if I'm asked to guard your best what's called scorer on the other end, and then I have to also produce on the offensive end, we're not in the same class.
I know that's what they don't understand.
You think
Jrue Holiday
you talking about one side of the ball? Jrue Holiday can literally be great on defense and be somewhat great on offense. Jalen Brunson is great on offense and non-existent on defense. Right. How are we in the same class?
He's not non-existent, bro. Y'all don't watch Jalen Brunson if y'all think he don't do nothing.
What is he doing on defense, DJ?
What does Curry do on defense? Do you ever just say Curry not worth having?
So we putting Jalen Brunson on Curry level now. That's what we doing.
Oh my God, bro! Well, no, I'm not. But I'm saying he's
Jalen
not
Brunson
too terrible of a defender to not be on the court. You act like he's Trae Young or Ja Morant. What does Trae Young or Ja Morant do on defense?
Does not overweigh his defensive liability like it does for.
What does Darius Garland do on defense? Y'all bringing up this
just like Jokic. Jokic's offensive game is so great that it doesn't weigh down his defense, bro. You cannot compare Jalen Brunson to Steph Curry because what Steph Curry brings offensively is too great. You can't compare that, bro.